What's up, guys? I'm tired right now, so forgive me for the lack of energy that I normally have, but I just thought I would share something with you guys. My last video, I shared with you guys a pretty terrifying experience that happened to me when I was 16. God, it is raining hard. And this is more recent events. I live on really haunted land. There's a lot of spirits and demons, supernatural beings out there, some things I don't even have names for, and I like to ghost hunt out there a lot. My husband gets upset with me though because he knows it's going to make it more active, and it has. There's been something that's throwing stuff at him when he's in the garage. I mean, just straight up throwing things. We hear this, we know we have a skinwalker out there. We'll hear this howl 3 times. Oh my God. I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear me over this rain. It messes with the animals. We've seen it. Me and my daughter seen it mutate or whatever. I don't know what you'd want to call it. I guess it was in its basic form, which is just gross looking, and its howl is even gross and terrifying. My dog chases everything, and he won't go after this. He's even, attacked coyotes and won, but he will not go after the skinwalker. A few nights ago, during the meteor shower at my house, the supernatural, this was Thursday night, not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before, the supernatural activity at my house was insane. It was like chaos. This skinwalker was messing with the cows out in the field, and we were recording it, and me and my friend were standing out there, and was talking to it, tell it to leave the cows alone. And I have a neighbor that lives way, way off in the woods, and he's usually in bed, all his lights are off, real early and stuff at night. And this was probably around 10 or so, and all of a sudden you see him outside with a flashlight, looking around, trying to figure out what these sounds are too. So it wasn't just us, and my mom and my husband and kids could hear the sounds from inside the house as well. And I mean, it was like he was mocking the cows, but it sounded so humanish, but I don't know, gross at the same time, if that makes sense. If you've ever had any skinwalker experiences, or you've listened to other stories on YouTube about them, they all sound very similar. And so, yeah, it was like your typical skinwalker stuff, And then there was 3 different occasions where it said my name. And at one point I said, who's with me right now? As in, who's standing beside me? Because, if he knew my name, I wanted to know if he knew my friend's name. And then all of a sudden we hear it go, Terry. And we were like, what? Oh my God, Now, if you guys want to see some of the pictures, you can go, not of that, but I've gotten a lot of orbs lately and eyes and stuff, and these were things that were too far away. There was no light shining that could have reflected off of anything this far away. And I've been getting a lot of pictures with 3 different lights in them, kind of close together, but not that close, they'd be in different areas of my yard. And I've posted them, some of them. I've got so many more, because like I said, I have been ghost hunting almost every night, as long as the weather permits. And I've been posting them on my Snapchat and on my Facebook today, so you can go and look at those before they disappear off my Snapchat. I need to go through my videos and kind of cut some of them, trim them up, because they're so long, and there's long periods of time where nothing's happening, or it's just us talking. Then I don't want you guys to be bored and have to listen to all that crap. So I need to trim those up so it's just the evidence that you can see or listen to on there, because I do have evidence of that night where the skinwalker was fucking with the cows and stuff. You can hear it. It was that's how loud it was. And then I've been sleepwalking really bad just here recently, more than I ever have, and I'm not having any memory of it. Like, not even the waking up part, which I normally do.
It's been weird.
Yeah, see, my husband said it's been weird. And the other night, I guess I'm not sure where I woke up at in the house, and I was on my way back to the bedroom, and all of a sudden I took off running because I felt this presence come out of our laundry room, which is in the hallway, you know, like off of the hallway there. And it's a short hallway, it's not really long, but the laundry room is kind of at the beginning, and my room is at the very end. Okay, and so as I'm passing the laundry room, we have a sheet hanging over the doorway there, and it felt like, and I swear to God, I've seen it, like, come rushing outwards at me, and I just felt something, which is really odd for me to really ever feel anything in our hallway here lately anyways. And I went running to the bedroom, and I remember telling my husband about it, and I had actually forgot it because I was so half asleep after sleepwalking that night, and he reminded me about it the next day, and that's when I remembered. I was like, oh my God, you're right, and now I remember. Well, I was outside, I don't know, a few nights ago, and I had my video camera going, and I heard something, and I guess it was like one of the animals had made a sound, and I say, what is that? And then after I say, what is that, you hear something that sounds like a Native American, like, sound, like a tribal thing. And, it's like, I can't even imitate it. It's too hard. Like, it's a guttural type. I heard, like, a Native American, you know, make, like, a sound, you know, like a tribal noise or whatever, during their powwows or something. That's kind of what it sounded like. And then you hear a voice, but you can't make out the words. And it sounds similar to the noise beforehand. So, I think it's the same voice. But it sounds backwards. It sounds like whoever's talking is talking backwards. And it's terrifying. And I need to get an app on my phone if I can have enough room on the SD card and find out, and you know, see if I can play it backwards and find out what it's saying, because it is terrifying, let me tell you. Okay, so what else has been happening? Oh my God, it's been so crazy. So, the other night I found some pictures and screenshots on my phone of outside of my house at night, of the outside of the garage, and I looked at the timestamp and it said 3:48. So I kept scrolling, and then there's more. There's 5 pictures that were all screenshotted between 3:43 and 3:48. So I was like, okay. And that particular night, I was asleep at that time. And then I got to looking, and then there's the actual pictures were also taken at 3-something in the morning, and I was not outside that night. So even my mom, she sleeps in the living room, and the front door is like right there, and she's a very, very light sleeper. So if I were to go out that front door, she would have woke up. She would have known. You know, and normally when I get out of the bed, my husband always knows when I get up. That's why he usually has to help me back to bed when I sleepwalk. So, you know, they even thought, well, maybe I slept walk and done this. But everybody knows that I didn't go out of the house that night. I was actually in the house all night long that night. So, yeah, I mean, it's getting weird and crazy around there. And more so than it used to be. I'm trying to think. I know there's some other things that I'm forgetting. But yeah, so I'm going to try to keep recording as long as the weather permits. Tonight it's probably going to be raining still because it's pouring right now. And so hopefully in a couple days the rain will be gone and I can get back outside and, you know, get some more evidence for you guys. But don't forget to check out my Snapchat and my Facebook. I have them both on there. And sometimes I'll share stuff on my Twitter. You can follow. I'll put all my stuff down below so that way you can follow me. And I'll follow back too. So like if you follow me, I'll follow back. So I always do that. I always try to show love back to my fans and whatnot. So if you're new here, thanks for joining, and I hope you subscribe, and I hope you like it. I normally do a lot of comedy, but I do a variety. Mental health activist, you know, and I'm a ghost hunter. You know, I mean, I'm an empath and a medium and all kinds of things. I've been dealing with the paranormal since I was like 6 years old, so It's just a big passion of mine, you know, to prove to people that this stuff is real. So anyways, whether you believe or not, it's still fun to watch, though, because it's always fun to get scared. At least I think so, you know. Anyway, so I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, great holidays, and all the holidays coming up. Happy holidays. Whichever one you celebrate, I hope you have a good one. And good luck, and I hope you have patience dealing with your family, because I know family can be really outrageous sometimes. So anyways, much love, my Misfit Squad. Peace out. It's not stopping. It's not stopping.